Hi, I'm Mike, Director of Customer Partnerships for HVAC here at Bardstown. Today, I'm going to go over how to identify a refrigerant leak in a Trane RTU. When you're trying to identify a refrigerant leak, there's a couple of telltale signs. One of the more common places for condenser coil leaks can be right down at the coil corner, right before the compressor comes in. Usually that happens because of a jolt of the compressor, putting stress on the coil down at the bottom here. And in this situation, first thing I'm going to look for is a discolored coil, and it'll give me a place to look. If I look here, oh hey, there's oil, so I know my leak is somewhere in here. Now I would go with my bubbles, pump it up with nitrogen, see exactly where that leak is. This particular coil is a micro channel. The only way that you can really repair these is with epoxy, and that's very seldom does that actually hold. So in that situation, you'd be replacing this coil. But if you have a normal tube and fin, you can remove the fins and actually access where that coil, that hole is, and braze it shut. You get a little bit more life out of that unit. All right, another common place for a refrigerant leak is going to be in the evaporator coil. This is going to be behind the filters. So just like you're going to replace your filters, you go in the same compartment, and you're going to be looking for the same types of things you're going to look for on a condenser unit. Discoloration, oil. If you do find that, spray the soap bubbles with 300 psi of nitrogen in the system, and you can go about your repair. Again, this is a micro channel. They don't repair very easily. You're going to want to replace with a true OEM Trane part. Okay, so you've gone through the evaporator coil, you've gone through the condenser coil, still can't find that leak. Now you're going to start looking at your fittings and your braze joints. First thing I'm going to do, I like soap bubbles, but when I'm trying to get a kind of general area of a leak, I'm going to use my electronic leak detector, and I'm going to go at every place that I see braze, and I'm going to listen for the tick. Beep, beep, beep. Right, there's TXV back here. There's some braze joints back here. I want to look here at the suction line, at the discharge line, and then back here, you got your dryer. This is a common place. As you can see, this is where it goes in the condenser coil. So you got the braze joint here, which is another common place. And you got brace joint on either side of that dryer. So once you've identified, now with your, say the leak is here, right? I don't want to get an exact spot. I can put some soap bubbles on it if I need to. Otherwise, to be honest with you, if I look at this, I'm just going to heat up my torch a little bit and use that soap floss that's on there and fix that leak. Another good place to look while you're here are your Schrader valves. It's a common place. If you've got your gauges, they're going on and off multiple times, the Schrader core in here can get depressed. And it's a good place to take your electronic leak detector and pick up a reading. These really aren't that hard to replace, especially if you have the right tool. You can actually replace them while under pressure. Those are the most common places to check